guys and gals. Today we talk about a horror movie from Trauma, and it's an anthology horror movie. But let me just say also, this is also you can catch this on streaming for free on the YouTube channel page of Trauma. We have a slew of free movies, guys, and if you don't care about for special features in DVD disc and just want to see a movie only, just check the Trauma's movie site. And it's free, and you can't beat that. We all got to save money, a budget. We all in a budget now, especially in today's time. Um, this movie's called Where Evil Lives, and it's a very rare movie because I didn't expect to see this. I heard of this movie a long time ago. I just didn't pay too much attention to it because of there was an actor in this movie, an old actor. I think he was in. Oh man, I think he was in this old TV show. I think it was from the '60s. He was with Remember the landlord from Three's Company? Um, I think Don Knotts played the character. I think that's his name, Don Knotts. But he was like a deputy sheriff towards the head sheriff. It was that actor, if I'm corrected, and he's also in this movie. What I heard is this was actually his last movie before he died, which I heard rumors of. I could be wrong. And pretty much in this horror movie is an anthology horror of three stories with one tie-in story, which he is the tie-in story. He plays a caretaker. Somebody comes in, got interest in the house, and he's telling the stories about the house, about different situations that happened to the house, three different stories, bad situations, of course. And, he tells the guy of the first story about this guy who killed. I am so sorry, everyone. Every time I do a fucking movie review, somebody banging doors. Why? I apologize, guys. This is how my point is. You do shit on the video camera. You want to say something. Always too much noise going on, and it's not being in the Bronx, New York. No excuse. You just heard the helicopter noise. Only in the hood, man. Tales from the Hood. This is Tales from the Hood right here. Fuck this shit. Anyway, let's get to the point. First story is pretty much about this killer who just got out of jail. He has a flashback. Before he went to jail, he killed these hippies at a party, and then he just shot them, stabbed one guy with a swordfish. I know it's like a silly moment right there, classic trauma moment. Anyway, the guy's free from jail. He's trying to get back to a normal life, but he can't because he's still having those flashbacks. So he decided to go back to the house where he killed those people. And there's an old saying: "You fuck up, why go back to the place where you fuck up?" It's not an old saying, but it's one of those old sayings I be making shit up. But anyway, pretty much he went back to the house, and guess what? The spirit of those people that he killed comes back to get him, pretty much haunt him. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for each of these anthology horror movies. I'm going to try my best not to spoil the endings for these movies because you don't want to ruin your moments, Anyway, then you get your second story about this girl, and she has like a vision about her brother's death of this vampire woman that kills her brother, and she's telling the parents and cops that that's what really happened to her brother. He died. There was a woman in the house, and then she goes to her younger brother, asking her younger brother for help. Let's get our older brother back, pretty much. So they got into the house, pretty much battled the female vampire, and also battling her brother who has to become a vampire now. And it's pretty much a little battle, and again, no spoils for the ending. But I kind of like the second story more. It was kind of nice, especially how it ended. Kind of like think of like Salem Lot. Remember the ending for Salem Lot? Let's put it like that. Then you get your third story as a caretaker still telling the story to the guy, and he tells about the third story of this woman who's a witch, and she's been hired by this police officer pretty much to solve cases for him. And the catch with this witch is she uses her magic powers to kill criminals, pretty much. She uses her powers for good, her black arts for good. And there was one situation where she had to use her powers against this killer that she's having a hard time getting, because he was killing women for this doctor for the body parts, So the detective and the witch woman are pretty much like working together trying to get this killer, while you got the killer on his killing women, like I said, and he wanted to quit. He got tired telling the doctor, "I don't want to do this no more." The doctor hired him to do his last mission. and he can just go free. And his last case is actually going after to kill the witch woman. And you get your little situation with the witch woman and the killer face to face. Let's put it like that. And then you get back to the tie-in wraparound story, which was the first story, to tie the whole situation with the Undertaker, excuse me, the caretaker, as the caretaker tells the guy about he tells him the story about the house, and pretty much it's true, and he was like digging a grave, and you take a wild guess why the caretaker was digging the grave for, and you take a wild guess who. Again, like I said, he told the story to the guy, so take a wild guess, people. All in all, where evil lies. I mean, where was it? Where all evil lies, or where all evil lives? Excuse me. There's two movies with this name, and I don't want to get two things mixed up. Yeah, I think it's Where Evil Lives. If I get this wrong, I'm gonna retitle the description box. But anyway, I enjoyed the movie. I didn't thought it was bad. It was a very enjoyable anthology horror movie. I say give it a chance. And I'm sorry for my repetitive comments and stuff on this review, but that's how I am. Anyway, peace, guys. See you.